like. Gentlemen, let's broaden our minds. Lawrence?
All right, it's movie review time. So let's do roll call, guys.
Badass James Dynamite.
Knee-high.
And DJ Provoke.
And I am Avaz. A special guest for today's episode is DJ Provoke. Say hi, everybody, guys.
What's up?
This is your opportunity. If you haven't watched the Black Panther film, go watch it.
Go watch
And
it.
then you come back and listen to the rest of this podcast.
Panther Negro.
And now we did do a spoiler-free review. This is gonna be our
Spoiler full
review.
Yeah, no holds barred. We're going to let it all fly out.
So,
oh yeah.
here's your option to
You ready to rock, brother? You ready, brother?
There are
Ready
times
for the spoiler, brother.
there are times he creeps me out. I'm like, where
Get
is
your
this
vitamins, brother. Get your comic books.
So
okay.
Go away if you haven't watched Black Panther.
Yes.
For all those that are here now, here's our reviews.
You're locked
Spoiler
in.
filled.
You're locked in. Okay, so where do you guys want to start at? You want to start
We'll just throw it all out there. Killmonger was one of the better Marvel villains that the cinematic universe has had.
Mm-hmm.
The problem that I have with Marvel Cinematic Universe, they always kill all their villains.
Yeah.
But do you think that he was the best villain from all these movies?
No, I said he's one of the better ones they've had.
One of the better ones.
Because
Yeah.
they made it seem like he was the best Marvel villain they ever made from the movies.
But remember, Black Panther was the best Marvel
Yeah,
movie
yeah.
that they've made.
Yeah,
so
right.
far.
As your opinion.
According to
opinion.
critics, yes.
Yeah.
Now, Marvel doesn't have villains.
No,
No.
compared to DC, they don't have the standard of villains.
They kill them off.
DC does, yeah. But they have a lot of them, though, too. And I think maybe that's the reason why.
Yeah, but when you have an actor like Michael B. Jordan,
Michael J.
killed it,
Yeah.
Michael J.
and in this movie, I mean, is there a way for them to bring him back?
No.
They were. Remember, he said if you take the serum, you come back.
Well, but he didn't want to
want
take
it.
it.
Like, I'm out. Peace.
Well, okay, with that, okay, let me ask you this first. Okay, which villain did you like better? Did you like Killmonger or do you like Claw?
I like Claw.
Killmonger.
I would say Killmonger. Maybe just because I'm biased, I like Michael B. Jordan. So.
Okay, I like Michael B. Jordan. I think he did a great job acting out this character. He killed it. I mean, I felt his anger and everything.
Yeah.
He did a really great job. I actually like Claw better only because to me, I like the psychotic kind of crazy villain. To me, it's more unpredictable, and that's what I like in my villains. So I was disappointed that he died off really quick.
Because he wants to go and get that the medal.
Yeah.
Like, he wants to go and get it, and he'll do anything to get it. And he's always close, and that's the story on it. And this one's like.
I would have to disagree with him wanting to get the medal because he had medal. He had.
But it was greed. He know that was.
Yeah,
No, but the thing is
greed,
that, like,
he has greed.
it's kind of like, all right, I found vibranium. Ha! Yeah, this is vibranium, right?
Yeah.
I'm thinking, wait, did I just say adamantium? No.
You're not a fan.
He had a vibranium axe or a weapon that is kind of like, all right, now I'm going to sell this. I understand, okay, you're greed, but that's not really the essence of that character. I think he wanted vibranium for his weaponry.
In the comics.
In the
Yeah.
comics.
Right.
Yeah.
But okay, he died off so quickly that you really couldn't, get a good feel for what
I
kind of
would
villain
feel
he
that
was.
he should at least live to get to Wakanda and maybe die there.
He didn't want to go to Wakanda.
Yeah,
Oh, he
he
didn't
didn't
want
He knew what was waiting
Yeah, he
for
already
him.
knew it was there.
Yeah,
he just
he-
wanted.
He
Right.
His are like, all right, cool. Even when they were at the whole plane scene, it's kind of like, all right, all you got to do is drop me off in Wakanda. Like, I'm not going there.
Oh yeah.
I'm not going to. He does not want to mess with the Wakandans at all because he's experienced that before.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the issue that I had was with the villain.
Mhm.
Claw. Okay, they could have expanded on him a little bit, but
You just weren't feeling the.
I wasn't feeling Claw.
Yeah. Now let me throw this at you guys.
I mean,
'cause
come
this
on,
is-
he's named after the same Inspector Gadget villain.
And I loved him.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah, he's a
But no,
mystery.
let me go on Killmonger a little bit really quick, and I want to see whether or not you guys agree with me or not. Or maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just I'm the only one that sees this. But what I don't get was the character of Killmonger acted like he acted too hood, too urban for me. They talked about how he had all this training, was in the military, He was supposedly be this combative badass, but he just came off really urban, like he was just a regular street thug that just wanted power. Is it just me that saw that?
He grew up in
The hood.
he grew up in Oakland. Oakland is pretty deep. So now with Oakland, I know people where I grew up in that are still hood. They could be lawyers, doctors, whatever. But this is where you grew up in, and that becomes a part of you.
Yeah.
And I actually do like the fact that it's kind of like wasn't a straight laced militant or a soldier. Because I don't think that would fit with that character.
Okay.
So I think they took his... He did not go into the military or become a mercenary for money. He did it for revenge.
Right.
So he got all the knowledge, the skills, the training.
He used that to
use that because I know... there was a scene where he was looking through his dad's journal.
Right.
So you're not going to go in there with two... 45s and just try shooting up the place.
Yeah, and then he says, "I've been training for this all my life." So
true.
that was his
mentality,
set goal the whole time.
His motivation wasn't to be like a soldier. His motivation was revenge.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm getting. That's what I got from that character.
Okay.
Area where he grew up in, at the time he grew up in, you're looking at Tupac. Grew up in Oakland.
Yeah.
Too Short in the background.
Yeah, he's too short.
Yeah, I was like when they first started showing like the basketball scene.
He was.
Yeah.
Too Short was playing.
So it was like little things like that like little bits like that in the character that he's obviously gonna. He had a couple gold teeth. So I think his upbringing and the environment that it was in played into who this character was actually gonna be. That was probably that was my biggest gripe is the fact that they don't have villains at all in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Well, do you think that maybe because we kind of expressed how we felt that the ending was not as climactic, I guess.
It wasn't epic.
Or as epic as
like an epic
maybe
fight.
we kind of hoped it
What
was.
were you? It's a hand-to-hand combat fight. What else were you expecting from a hand-to-hand combat fight?
I don't know.
Something different. Even when
I've become jaded with most comic book movies now.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
So
it's
I'm
kind of like
always looking
what's
for something bigger and
what
better.
is the expectation?
No,
for somebody to pull out a gun or?
Well, no,
I don't get it.
I wanted to see them fight one-on-one, like when they're fighting without the powers. You know how they're fighting to become a Black Panther. They were going at it. Why we couldn't get that in the end? Instead of going in I guess when they went down, it was too dark. So to me, it just kind of like
some of it got muted.
Yeah, it was more like CGI. Like the whole entire fall was all like CGI. Like you could tell. Like
You mean they really didn't fall for real?
no, but you know what I'm saying?
What?
I just
but
it was too plain for me. It was too plain.
It was a dark scene, so some of the action did get muted because their primary color in the suits are black. Yeah, you do see the highlights and everything, but no, I get it. Kind of like when going back to Michael Bay. When Michael Bay does Transformer movies, it's like he zooms in right on those robots, and you can't tell
who it is.
Heads or tails on those things. So
because they were already having a fight on top, so you could see like, it's already they're gonna be in the middle,
which does make sense because I think the fight on top felt more epic than the Black Panther and Killmonger fight.
I don't know. I really wasn't like disappointed with the fight sequence. I didn't really look. It's a fight sequence for me.
Yeah.
I wasn't like if one of them busted out like a mech suit. To me it was a fight.
Yeah.
It was a straight fight. But the one thing that I probably would have seen that I would have liked to have seen is probably when those dampeners came in for the suits not to temper it, like piece by piece, kind of disappear and come back. It's kind of like, no, let's see a full and then go back.
Yeah.
And then a full and then go back. That's when that's when he took advantage for the kill blow.
Right.
In that one. But when they're like, oh, okay, your suit isn't going to work. All right, I get that. The suit isn't going to work. But why would it only disappear in chunks?
Right.
It would have to be like, and I think that probably would have
turned off completely.
Yeah, it would be like boom, done, and then as soon as the things lifted back up, and then shoot, and that would have been great. Because as he's going for a punch, it just comes right back on and he hits the helmet. Yeah. That's probably the only thing that I would have said would have made sense for me.
Anybody else have any other kind of issues or anything with the movie at all, or?
Overall, like when if you guys listen to our other review that we had, a lot of us scored it pretty high as far as on our Marvel meter. Acting was great. Angela Bassett does what Angela Bassett does best and cry in a movie. Certain characters that were, I guess, underutilized, like Claw. So I think they should have I think they should have just removed Claw altogether and probably used him for show him where Wakanda's right here and bounce out.
I guess he was a means to an end, because like you were saying, I mean, Killmonger had said that everything he's done had led up to that. So he probably was just using Claw, just to get where he needed to get.
I mean, the death of, I mean, if you do your homework, which it seems that he did, because he knew about Wakandan history, because they're like, no, he got it, the whole museum thing, he got it from here, but he originally got it from here.
Remember, Black Panther couldn't kill Claw, so he brought him, he killed him, like, look, I did it, he couldn't do it, he's your king.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of the means to an end, and he also took it to the right person.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, look, I did this, now you're my ally. Because I did this for you, you wanted revenge for your parents, now it's here.
Which was extremely convenient.
Yes.
So...
And that was kind of funny, too, because T'Challa's best friend, I guess, was the one that turned against him, and then his enemy, or the one that would be like closest to his enemy within Wakanda, turned out to be his ally.
Yeah.
Which was kind of interesting.
So everybody just went at it, because even, remember, they were a couple, and he was like, hey,
Yeah.
take side.
I'm still kind of confused with that whole thing, because we were sitting in the theater, we're watching that, and we're like, but I thought they were like, they're hooking up. Why is she, why is he trying to kill her?
Yeah. Because they weren't agreeing, right? Like,
it's ultimately, it always winds up being greed.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at it the same way, I mean, you have T'Challa who's confused on what to do. He's a new king, and he's hearing from his love interest. It's kind of like, we could do more. We have the technology, like they even show with one of the characters who took a bullet to the spine. They could fix him. So now, the same thing could happen. It's kind of like, we do have the technology to help the world out. Mm-hmm. Now, Killmonger's version is kind of like, we have the technology to have these weapons to take over the world, and we will save the world by pretty much ruling it.
Yeah.
Right. But for some reason, he was able to save the life of the white guy. But when War Machine got hurt, Black Panther was still there. But he couldn't do that to help him out.
No, he does.
But that's none of my business.
But see, that makes sense. That's what we're saying, is that he still didn't want to help people out.
Yeah.
Until the end. You're waiting until the end of this movie. So Civil War already happened.
They didn't have the technology in Civil War.
No, they did have just kidding. They did have the technology, but what I'm saying is that the fact that it's kind of like he was still on the fence. We let our technology? Do we let the world see us?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, I'm pretty sure now you're gonna see, because you could even see it's all piecing together his suit that he has, how it just comes on by a thought, and you see the Extremis suit from the trailers that we saw for Infinity.
Right.
So now it's starting to show, like, okay, now I'm going to probably start sharing my technology. Because obviously War Machine's going to be in the movie.
Yeah.
So is it going to be the suits that's going to make him
walk? Be like, sup, bro?
Or is it going to be the technology to save him?
Winter Soldier, he's going to get like a
because they're
hooking everybody up, but...
Okay, that was kind of another bug that I had, was the fact that there wasn't any real connection to the rest of the Marvel Universe, except for that final...
White Wolf.
After credit scene,
for me, like Guardians, though. Yeah. Guardians, like, it took a while for them, like, to really.
But I get with Guardians, because Guardians literally takes place in another galaxy.
Yes.
But Black Panther is already. I mean, he's already taken Avengers to Wakanda. And we couldn't see somebody.
Captain America.
They really.
You guys saw Bucky.
Yeah, but I didn't see him until the very end. And to be honest with you, if I didn't even see that, I was upset.
The White Wolf.
But they wanted to really, really showcase Black Panther, I think.
For his solo movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to That's why I'm saying it didn't feel like a Marvel movie.
It didn't.
Yeah.
And I'm happy for that, because it's kind of like, all right, well, this character already knows this character, knows this character, knows this character. So, I mean, it made a lot more sense for a town that actually wants to stay hidden from the world to not get help from the world.
Right.
And there's this crisis. But it's kind of like, you see, like, for example, Spider-Man, where's all the other Avengers to help him out? You just see, like, Tony Stark pop in and pop out, but you also have more Avengers out there that could have helped him out in some kind of way or another.
Yeah.
They just chose not to, because it wouldn't have made sense for his solo movie to have other Avengers show up.
So is Black Panther
But-
rich?
He is worth, I think, $12 trillion.
But my thing is like I was actually kind of hoping to see maybe some, like an Infinity Stone connection or
Yeah,
something.
that. Remember we
You
were
know,
talking
since this is
about
the
the
movie,
suit.
yeah.
Remember we thought
I
the suit-
think Matt, now that theory of Thanos may have one already is
Well, I mean, this kind of goes back to our history of Black Panther episode, where we kind of speculated and talked a little bit about what we expected for the movie and some history of Black Panther.
Mhm.
There were very few things that we got right and that they did show in the movie, and there was a lot of stuff that we were just way off on.
'Cause
Yeah,
we-
theories.
Yeah. But I was kind of expecting some kind of connection besides
'Cause
just
we
the
wanted to
one
find-
glimpse of Winter Soldier at the very, very end.
We wanted to find out how did B. Jordan got the suit, right? Because we didn't know that he was part of the bloodline. Because remember the suit.
well, he became the king,
Yeah.
so
You
he got the
mean,
second. He got the second suit.
Killmonger?
Killmonger.
He got the second
in
suit.
In the comics, does he even have? He's a bloodline with.
Well,
him?
No.
I'm not,
No, huh?
I think in the very beginning, I mean, 'cause
Well,
there
they
might
didn't-
be different versions of Black Panther too. But I think in the
Well,
very
for
beginning,
the
they were-
movie version, obviously you could tell that the sister made two suits.
yeah,
So he got one, the one that T'Challa didn't pick.
right,
He wanted something a little bit more modest as opposed to the big gold.
right,
But then so obviously Killmonger went with the opposite. He also didn't touch on comic book version is
The sister.
the herb that the heart shaped herb is only for that bloodline.
Bloodline.
So
right.
anyone else takes it, they die. So they make it seem like as long as you're the king, you could take it and you're good, which is not explained.
That was one thing I was like, I was wondering. So they basically destroyed all the herb,
Right.
and then they gave the last one to him to like kind of revive him. So what's gonna happen? Or
Well, from what it looks like in the movie is that once he takes it, then he's good.
You take it again, it goes away.
Yeah, unless that's something else that you take. Because every time he was getting challenged for,
He had to have his powers removed.
yeah, they would take his
Yeah.
powers away. So I'm guessing once he takes it once, he's,
but what
he's good.
about what about the next king though?
They're gonna figure something out. They probably
Yeah.
did. Some
No.
roots will survive.
You know, they probably know how to grow them, but it probably takes a while and it's probably
Yeah,
time
years.
before they can
Harvest.
grow, new ones. That's where that turns up. Because I think they even said that in the movie, something like that. Like, it'll be years before we can have
Yeah.
fresh herbs or whatever.
So it's probably gonna take a while, but
Now they didn't. I don't think in the movie they actually did say that only the
no,
royal
that's the comic book
bloodline.
thing.
Yeah,
Because
could
even
take it.
Killmonger is not part of the bloodline
No.
in the comic book.
Right.
He's not. So
But they did offer it to what's his name, the man-ape.
Yeah, they did offer it to him, so they're making it seem like only the king could take it, but anyone could take it. But
Yeah.
in the comic book, it's only the bloodline because
The
it's poisonous
bloodline,
to
yeah.
everyone else.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Unless he's a distant cousin or something.
How about the sister? You think she becomes a Black Panther?
she has in the comic books.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
I had read something that she
She
did in
does.
the comic books.
Yeah, in the comic book, yeah, but I'm saying
Yeah.
the movie, you think she might get the.
If he's
Who knows?
dead
I mean, after first battle with Thanos and they need more help, maybe she'll.
Yeah,
Cause she
well,
took up the
Put on
mantle
a-
when he was in a coma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But right now, I think with the success of this movie, that character's safe.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That character's going to be safe from anything that happens on it.
Well, they've already filmed Infinity.
Yeah, I
So
can
we
tell you
don't
this.
know.
Most likely, the new characters that
Well,
they
I'm saying-
introduced right now are pretty much safe.
I'm thinking like his sister might put on a suit to be backup. Not
Yeah.
necessarily to take his place, but
Oh, when he's with the
after
Avengers.
Black Panther and the rest of the Avengers get their butt whooped, then they come back, but then they're like, okay, we came back, but this time I brought help. You know what
That's
I
a
mean?
possibility.
Yeah, he'll bring his sister with another Black Panther suit.
The mom with the
and
Black
then
Panther
all the
suit.
with
All the
everybody
family,
else,
yeah.
who knows, Man-Ape and all them. I don't know. Who knows? Anything can happen. It's comic books.
Yeah. Well, this is different. It's movies.
It's the
True. Yeah, it's more
universe.
realistic.
It's the Marvel
But the-
Cinematic Universe.
The technology stuff was awesome.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it was
one of
good.
The funnest parts about the whole movie that I really enjoyed.
The jokes were on point.
Yeah.
I like that there wasn't as many.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
there were
okay.
times like,
It was funny. Remember when the car fell
I
into
think that
pieces?
was the one
yeah.
that was a
man.
little too far stretched
what?
for me.
Which
That, The one where
The car.
the
scene?
girlfriend pulls
she's-
up in the broken up car. She's
Yeah.
just in the car seat.
Yeah, that was kind of predictable.
Yeah, I mean,
If
that
there's
was
gonna be
just
a car,
little too-
if there's a car gag
yeah.
where the car's breaking apart, yeah, you're just gonna be just a steering wheel and a chair
The one
sliding.
is surfing from the what is it? The trunk or the hood. She's surfing with it, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, she basically like she took off and she. Yeah, it was the hood that she landed
Oh,
on,
right.
and she planted
Her spear.
The spear.
Yeah. She was bad.
Yeah,
She was
No,
she-
the guards were really.
Yeah, they
little
stole the
bit.
show in the movie. They stole it.
But it was really good. There was a lot of really cool stuff in that movie.
Yeah, but as far as it being best Marvel movie, that's up to your own interpretation. That's definitely up to your own interpretation because I know there was a lot of people there that I know have never seen a Marvel movie before,
Yeah.
but they enjoyed it. And I mean, obviously, if that's the only Marvel movie you've ever seen, yeah, that's the best Marvel movie I've ever seen.
Let me ask you guys this real quick. When did you see it? I saw it Thursday night first showing.
I saw it on Sunday afternoon.
Okay.
Sunday matinee, 10 a.m.
Thursday first showing.
Okay, now when you guys went to go see it, did any of you have the audience cheering when at a certain part they're like yeah, or at the end of the movie
I
clap?
didn't get no
Yes.
claps. I didn't get no claps.
Yeah. At the end of my movie, I heard a lot of claps.
I did, yeah. When they put Black Panther will return, that's where I heard the claps.
Now-
It's funny because where I went, people were left.
Oh,
They didn't even get that.
No,
Ah.
but you see, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Is that if you don't go watch Marvel movies,
Yeah,
you're
they
gonna
just went to
leave.
see the movie
Yeah.
and then they left.
Yeah,
Some people left. Yeah, some people in my row
But
left.
that's what I'm saying. That's how you know that for a lot of people it was their first Marvel movie because they
Yeah.
got up and left. Now, if you're a Marvel fan and you're already used to these movies, you wait for Easter egg, maybe 2, sometimes even 3, even though they haven't done them in a
Yeah.
while. I appreciated that it brought in interest for new fans for the comic book genre, and
Right.
maybe there's going to be a spike in these movies. I know that at Disneyland, because they own the rights, they now have Black Panther as one of the characters you could take
wow.
pictures with.
That's cool.
And I believe they even have the guards with him from one of the pictures that I did
that'd be
see.
cool.
It did help out the comic book community to a point. Maybe it'll get them into reading the comic books themselves, and maybe it'll get them into either other characters for whatever reason.
I only ask because most of the time when I go see one of these comic book movies,
Hey,
there's always a lot of cheering, a lot of clapping and stuff like that. But for this one, I didn't get anything when I went to see it,
It was
which
kind
really threw me.
It did.
It was kind of weird to just hear silence.
I see.
I'm kind of okay with that to a point because
Yeah.
there's a couple times the first Avengers movie that I saw when Hulk picks up Loki. He said something, but everyone was cheering so much. Like, what did he say?
Yeah.
Because I couldn't hear. And then again, I went the second time to go watch it, and again, people were cheering. I'm like, I can't hear what he just said. I had to wait for the DVD
Puny God.
to come out to understand what he said. And you're so happy and you're so into the movie that something happens, everyone cheers. But I'm like, wait a minute, the movie's still going on. They didn't pause for us, so we're missing a little bit of dialect. Again, because it wasn't your regular comic book fan in the theater that they watched the movie.
Yeah.
And they enjoyed the movie. And where I was at, claps came after the movie was ended. And it wasn't like he will come back.
Right.
As it was like right when the movie ended, they said, what is, cow farmers or whatever it is going to teach us? And the movie went black. That's when everyone cheered. And that's when everyone got up and started walking away because, again, they're not...
I was the only one that clapped.
because that was when that there's not your regular Marvel fan that was there. It was families actually enjoying a family movie together.
Did you, any of you guys see the resemblance of that ending where T'Challa goes to the United Nations to tell them that he's going to help? Anybody else see the resemblance on the first Iron Man when Tony Stark says, I'm Iron Man?
Yeah.
Something similar
right?
to that, yeah.
Yeah, because
I got that same feeling.
You know what? I thought that he was going to become like Black Panther. He was going to
I know, I was waiting for something like that too.
I said it to Denise. I said, I am Iron Man. Like right there, like when he
you
said
figure
it.
like Civil War, like in the comics, that he's like, okay, well, I am Black Panther.
No, I'm glad they did it again. Another problem with Marvel movies is they don't have secret identities.
Yeah.
Nobody, with the exception of Spider-Man that they just introduced, has a secret identity.
But do they know that he's Black Panther?
No, and they should. It should stay that way. Everyone knows Iron Man, Tony Stark. Everyone knows War Machine.
Yeah, they did, because remember when they were chasing...
the only time he revealed himself was when they caught...
in Japan, right? Or
no, when
or
they
were
were chasing Winter Soldier.
Yeah,
And
remember?
Captain America, like the army.
Well, they knew, but that's within the
it was-
community. That's
Well, yeah,
it
that was just that was
Shield.
just
It
like
was
the-
Shield.
Yeah, that was just like the military.
Yeah, the Shield.
Yeah.
But,
whatever.
okay, so when they show all the people like taking like pictures, like ready to because he was ready to kill. I think he was ready to kill Claw.
Yeah,
but he was
yeah.
already in the suit.
And he's in the suit. But then like I don't know if they say his name or something. They might say to T'Challa like, "Hey, the world is watching" or something like
Oh,
that.
right.
But
Yeah.
I think that wasn't between me and you having a conversation like, hey, the whole world is watching, because he had his claw already out ready to strike. He didn't want to give the Black Panther a mark.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the general world knows. And again, that's Marvel does in the movies. Nobody has a secret identity.
Yeah, that was more like, Mr. President, you can't kill this guy.
Yeah.
The cameras,
Yeah, I
it'll
think
be
that's
all
what-
over YouTube.
That's what that was. Now, if anyone picked up on it from their microphones, that's something that we haven't been revealed to.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
They need secret identities.
yeah.
You have to have
Yeah.
secret identity.
But I mean,
I was gonna get it's like Spider-Man. If I go with Peter Parker goes in there, I'm like, dude, he's a kid, and you're gonna tell him who it is. It's not gonna work for me.
Yeah.
Luckily, when he said, I don't want that.
I was at least expecting them to show something, because when they said that they were going to share their technology with the world, one of the reporters said something like, what do you have, or
well,
what do you
that's the
have
thing
to
is that
offer, or
nobody
whatever.
knows. Nobody in the
Yeah,
world knows.
but they didn't.
As
I
a
just
matter
wanted
of
to see something.
Because
cool.
even in the beginning of the movie, they even said it's kind of like Wakanda is one of the poorest countries in the
Yeah,
world.
yeah.
Not knowing, it's kind of like yet they refuse aid from anyone else in the world.
Right.
To the world, it's kind of like, you're poor. What are you going to help us
Yes.
out with?
Yeah.
For me, I was okay with leaving it like that, because I'm pretty sure in Infinity
Infinity
War, that's where the sharing of the technology with the Avengers
Yeah.
is probably going to come into play. Because I'm hoping to see Captain America with an energy shield, though.
An energy shield.
Yeah,
oh,
that-
okay. I
yeah.
see what you're saying.
Because he's used those in the comic books. He has had an energy
Yeah,
shield,
he did.
Yeah.
the circle, and they did show that in this movie. So I mean, you kind of see the little things here and there.
That's funny that you bring that up, because when and I forget her name, T'Challa's sister,
Mhm.
she's working on some gauntlets in her her room or
Yeah.
whatever. I thought she was working on Captain America's shield, because I don't know if you've
No, they-
seen.
Well, he does wear
Yeah,
gauntlets.
he wears
Yeah.
gauntlets.
Yeah,
so that's
again,
what-
for this man a
Infinity
shield.
War, he's
Yeah.
got gauntlets, and apparently one of them turns into a shield.
A lot of toys.
Oh,
Yeah.
spoilers already.
Spoiled.
No.
No.
There was another trailer that got released and actually shows him pop out.
Yeah, the shield
out.
opens up, but from one of the toys that they showed, I think it was Lego, because they're the
Yeah,
No, they
somebody-
go now in the new Marvel, the big figures, they reveal everything already.
That's what we're saying.
Yeah.
So right there it shows like he has a bigger shield, but it looks like one connects into another to make a bigger shield.
yeah.
Mhm.
So
And it's not a round shield.
Who
It's
knows
like
what
a-
else that he'll get too? I mean,
Oh, they
Yeah.
spoiler a lot of stuff.
Lego spoiled the Iron
Ant-Man.
Spider.
Oh,
Yeah.
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 Oh no, now the Marvel did, because they have a big figure
I-
of Spider-Man with the arms already.
I hadn't seen that one. I saw the.
so you just
other
ruined
one,
it for him
the-
right now. Way to go.
No, like I saw the one at Long Beach. The one that they have, like the very popular ones, I
Okay.
think 6-inch Marvel ones that they have. Where like if you collect all 6 figures and you build like a
Yeah.
separate figure,
Right.
Okay.
whatever wave that is. But yeah, I saw
Marvel
him. The,
Knights.
Marvel Legends.
Marvel Legends. Yeah, so they have his Iron Spider suit, but no, that one
No.
doesn't come with
Yeah, that
with
one
the
don't.
legs.
There's another one. You know how they make the big ones?
Yeah.
They have one, and they even show that Thor has a new hammer, but Groot did the stick for it.
Okay. So yeah, there's
Yeah,
all
they're
the toys are already spoiling
Yeah.
everything.
And that's
Yeah,
what I
Freddy's
was
getting
saying.
a new hammer.
I was talking about it last time too. When Civil War came out, I didn't have a clue. We know we had Ant-Man. I didn't know it was gonna be Giant Man, but who spoiled it? Lego did,
Yeah.
because they made a Lego box set with the Giant Man.
If there's movies you don't want to
spoilers.
spoil,
Yeah,
stop
spoilers.
buying toys.
Yeah, spoilers. Don't watch
go to
the
Toys
toy
R Us.
reviews, because they're dropping
So-
a lot of spoilers.
Yeah, but I mean, other than that, I thought the movie was really good. Acting was really good. There wasn't too much for me to complain about.
What
Mhm.
about
For me.
the Black Panther suit? What do you guys think about that one? The purple one or pink, whatever it was.
I thought it was cool. We were
Yeah.
talking about that. We were hoping that maybe that had something to do with the Infinity Stone.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Uh,
last show.
Yeah,
But I like they explained the kinetic energy. The only problem that I
that was
have
badass. That was cool.
is if you're gonna go with science, when he punched something, he should be flying back himself.
True.
Yeah.
Newton's third law.
Yeah.
So I mean,
it
but that's just nitpicking. Like this is I'm trying to apply real science to comic book science. So
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy the movie. I'm not.
yeah, I would definitely go watch it again. But it's not gonna be like like priority. Like what else? Nothing's coming out this weekend. I'll go watch it.
I'm not sure what's coming out this weekend.
For me to go watch it in theaters, definitely. I would go to watch it in theaters again. There's certain movies that I would want to watch again, like Justice
Whoever
League.
wants to invite me, I'll go with you guys. Anybody out there wants to invite me, I'll go with you guys.
He'll buy the tickets too.
I'll just buy the popcorn.
Like Justice League, Wonder Woman, all those movies I would watch twice. There's certain movies I'm like, all right, I watched it once in the theaters. I really don't. Like Iron Man 3 was one I watched in the theaters. I'll wait for the DVD.
I watched Spider-Man 5 times in the theater.
Wow.
How many times did you see it, Baroque?
3.
So what did you think of Black Panther? I mean, do you have any...
Overall, I mean, solid movie. I think so.
Yeah.
Definitely solid movie.
I know. It sounds like we have less to complain about. I know it seems like you guys had a little bit more issues with, like, granted, I'm trying to see where you guys are coming from, where it's kind of like, okay, this fight wasn't as epic as I wanted it to be, but to me, even the fight with Ultron at the end wasn't as epic as it could have been.
No, that wasn't. That was. I think that was a problem a lot of people had.
And I
think
think this fight scene at the end was better than the Age of Ultron one.
I'd say that too.
I think
I'd agree with you on
the
that.
Spider-Man scene was better than the Black Panther.
No, I wouldn't agree on that.
The one when they're in the building and he smashed the
which
building.
Movie?
Homecoming.
No, and even
okay.
that.
Dude, that was a good scene right there.
That was a good scene, but
it wasn't the best fight.
No,
that
it's
wasn't a
better
good
than
fight.
the last fight from.
No, I would disagree with you.
It was.
Would you be able to remember your worst fight in the Marvel Universe?
Worst
The
fight?
worst.
Ooh, that's a good question.
I got one.
Go ahead.
Oh,
The worst fight was Iron Man 2.
Mandarin.
Well, Mandarin, yeah,
Yeah,
but
fight
like
Mandarin.
like the big like ending climax.
All the suits.
Oh
with
yeah,
the
yeah.
suits
Oh,
and everything.
yeah.
And like, cause the fight was with like the guy with the long hair. I can't remember
Whiplash.
his name. Whiplash. That was the main fight, and it just like it seemed like it ended in like a minute and a half or something. It was just something. I just sat there and I was like, I can't believe they just finished the movie like this.
That, yeah.
No, and for me, it was Iron Man 3 with all the suits came out. It's kind of like, okay, well, boom, boom, boom. New suit, pow, 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 new suit. At the end, it was Pepper who won the fight.
Yeah.
I actually like that.
And Pepper's like,
I
what?
thought that
I'm
was
like,
cool.
wait a minute. It was more the fact that, okay, I created suit after suit after suit after suit. And granted, Tony Stark is known for doing that in the comic books.
Yeah.
He has a whole bunch of suits. But you know what? Pepper doesn't want me to do this anymore, so I'm just going to blow them all up, even though she saved the day.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, I'm like, wait, what? Why are you going to blow up billions of dollars of technology? I understand you're rich.
What's
That's
one of
just
like
him.
your epic fight that from a Marvel movie that you remember?
The first Avengers movie against the Chitauri.
Yeah.
You know which one I like? The Hulk and the Abomination when they're in New York and they're fighting in the street.
Oh, really?
And Hulk gets the police car like.
I'm like,
follows
oh,
them.
really?
You're a
that
Hulk
was-
fan,
yeah,
huh?
I like Hulk. But
From which? From
Edward
the-
Norton.
from Edward Norton.
Edward
The
Norton.
Okay.
Incredible Hulk.
the Incredible
Yes.
Hulk. That was
I'm like, really?
a good
I
fight.
think mine would have to be. It's a toss up. There's two scenes in Avengers that I really like, and it's actually the one where Captain America and Iron Man face off on Loki for the first time.
Mhm.
I like that one because Captain America is being very American and heroic, facing off against Loki, and then Iron Man flies in with the music,
With
the
the
rock
music.
music playing, and
AC/DC.
just like bam, and I thought that was really cool. But
See,
then I also
and-
like the one with when
All three of them.
Thor comes
All
in.
three of them were in
yeah,
the
and
forest.
Thor
'Cause that's the
and
first.
Oh, that's a good one.
Iron
Oh,
Man
yeah,
is fighting
yeah,
too.
yeah.
That's
That-
cool.
Yeah.
It was
Classic.
just a little too cheesy. Like, you want me to bring the hammer down? Like, don't bring the hammer down. You want me to bring the hammer down? Like, come on.
But
Does
that's
mother
cool, I mean,
know
like-
you were wearing her curtain?
Yeah, see, I
Are we
mean,
Shakespeare in the part?
there was hints of comedy and like awesome action. You got to see these heroes that face off against each other that you've never seen before. These were like first time. Like I was like,
Well, that's what I'm
wow.
saying. That's why it was, to me, that's like right now the best Marvel movie for me
Yeah.
is the first Avengers because
Yeah.
of the simple fact that, and that is Avengers, not Captain America, the first Avenger.
Right.
It was,
Avengers.
The
yeah.
Avengers.
Because of the fact that it's kind of like this is the first time you see them all together. This is the first time, just like and Batman v Superman. This is the first time I see them cinematically face
Yeah.
off against each other. For me, the way that franchise would go is that I want to see the the friendship, the best friend friendship, where it's kind of like you're light, I'm dark. You know, we don't agree on our methods, but we're still respect each other and we're best friends. Like in the Enemy of the State, the animated movie.
Public Enemy.
Public Enemy. Public Enemy. The comic book is kind of like they have, you know, like little banter back and forth, and that's what friends do, and that's what I'm hoping that what DC actually do with these two characters are gonna.
Let's go off topic even more. I got a quick question. So, Avengers, the first Avengers movie, or Justice League, which one's better?
I'm not even gonna answer that.
Yeah, that's
no, and the reason
that's like
the reason I'm not gonna answer that is because I don't read.
Give me a quarter and I'll flip for it.
I'm not gonna read a DC comic. I'm like, this is not like Marvel.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna read a Marvel comic, but like, this is nothing like DC. There is like you're saying, well, which was better, Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter?
Okay, well,
to me, it's two different genres.
Harry Potter.
Can you say which you enjoyed more?
For me, it was probably Justice League.
Okay. What about you?
I haven't seen Justice League.
Get out.
I
Get
have
out.
not seen it.
Leave your card. Get out.
Ignore everything this man has said up to this.
I didn't want to see it in the theater because of so many letdowns. Up until Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman was like a breath of fresh air for DC's universe. So, and then I got 50-50 reviews on like what people were saying about Justice League. So at that point, that's when I wait for iTunes to get it, and I buy the digital movie when it's $10. So I'm still waiting for it.
You know what? I still buy the discs.
Yeah, I mean,
and the reason I buy the disc is because I get a digital copy. So I'm like, I know I have best of both worlds. I have digital and a physical disc.
I moved so many DVDs in my last move, like from my apartment to my house, and I was like, never again. So that's why I started.
Yeah, no, and I get it, and because I have a huge DVD collection.
I have a huge, even old DVDs collection with the Blu-ray. So it's just wow.
So you know, for me, it's kind of like, all right, I'm going on a road trip, I'm going on vacation. Well, I have my movies with me. But for me, I cannot say this one is better than that one because I don't go with one or the other.
I think I had two different takes on both of the movies.
Yeah.
Like Avengers was an epic movie, but Justice League was a dream come true to me to see those characters because like everybody knows I'm a DC fan. But like I said, I enjoy both of them a lot.
Yeah, like I said, I can't really compare one with the other.
It's hard to compare them because to me they were both great. But I have more. My heart was more on Justice League.
I feel you.
More than the Avengers.
I had tears when I seen Batman in that Gotham City. That was epic.
I gotta see it.
Yeah, we just like had some really
points. You know, I mean, it was when the movie's already out. You could always say, "Oh, they could have done this better." Like we had talked about when we did the earlier today about Snyder. Nobody likes Snyder movies when they come out until they're later on. That's the problem that I have. I thought when I had a friend when we went to go watch Watchmen, he walked out.
Oh, wow.
Like he walked out like, oh, this is not. I'm like, bro, you haven't even read the comic book.
Yeah.
How are you gonna compare it to the comic book? There was no difference. The only difference at the end of that movie was the monster that didn't appear was a disaster.
Right.
That's what but he brought in a monster from another dimension of our.
In the comic, he brought in an alien.
Yeah. So I mean, he didn't even wait for that. He was at the movie for about 15 minutes, and he's like, "I can't watch this. I'm walking out."
Really?
And I'm like, "But this is panel for panel."
Yeah.
The comic book.
Well, you know what though? Okay, if you want to go into that Watchmen, I mean, if you're watching that first 15 minutes of that fight scene with
even when they threw him out the window,
comedian,
that was wow.
If you didn't like that scene with the comedian, then why bother? Because that to me was one of the best parts of the movie.
But you see,
I had never read any of the Watchmen, and I enjoyed the movie. So.
Yeah, and this friend, he says that he was a comic book guy, but I've never seen him read a comic book.
Mm-hmm.
And he would always ask me for information. I have a problem sharing the knowledge that I have, or whatever I know about comic books or movies or anything like that. I love doing that.
We know.
Yeah,
so
you could tell right now.
So when
it's the podcast.
So when he's all like, I'm walking out. I'm like, why? He's all like, this is not a comic book movie. I'm like, well, Watchmen isn't a comic book superhero movie. It is a political movie with comic book heroes in it. For me.
Maybe he just grew up reading Archie comics.
Yeah.
I have no
Have
idea.
have you guys ever walked out of a movie watching that you were
No. Because I paid. I mean, granted, if you leave
Can we
within,
track?
I have.
I know that.
I haven't, but because I paid the money.
You know
Well,
what?
if you leave within the first half hour, you get your money back.
Okay.
A lot of theaters do that.
I
Yeah.
left when I was watching the Batman and Robin when Bane came out.
I'll get out.
Oh, I'm out of here.
Leave your
Sorry.
DC card. Get out. You
it
can't walk
just-
out of a Batman
No,
movie.
the original, the one with Mr.
Yeah,
Freeze.
no, yeah,
No,
I still
man,
took it.
no, I
Yeah,
couldn't.
I
I
sat
couldn't.
there.
I couldn't. No, I just couldn't.
How old were you when that movie came out?
He was 30.
No, I was probably like in my 20s.
Yeah, I still gave it a
I
shot.
couldn't. I
I
was
watched
too.
the whole thing
It was too.
in theater.
Yeah.
It was
Me
too,
along with a lot
number
of
one.
other people. There was
They
that place
show
was packed.
to me it was like I was expecting even Robin, like we had Robin, but he had the Nightwing suit.
Yeah.
What happened with the original suit that was cool? I want to see more of that. And then I just seen this, I don't know who it was, Bane looking guy, the wrestler with
I don't know.
my
Maybe
God.
it was just the crowd that I went to go see it with, because now I think about it, I think I went to see it at a midnight showing for that movie.
I
did.
even
And,
missed work for that, and I went back. I went to work
The-
late for that.
The entire crowd cheered when that movie started.
Well, yeah, I mean, everyone was excited for the
Yeah.
movie, but you don't know what to expect.
That was it. I was thinking, what movie did I really just walk out? And it was Spider-Man 3.
Really?
I almost walked out of that movie, and
I felt the same way. I really. Felt
I
the same
stayed
way.
the whole time, and I was
Just so
Wow.
you guys know, we already pretty much stopped our spoiler-free review
Oh,
of
yeah.
our.
So,
What were we
okay,
talking about?
We're talking about a whole different thing now.
Yeah, I wanted to walk out of that damn movie. I hated it.
It was bad. It was
Yeah.
awful. For being a Spider-Man fan, I feel you, cause I felt that movie.
That was you know what? Out of all the Spider-Man movies, Sam Raimi's first two, probably number 2 was the better of the Spider-Man ones.
Yeah.
The only thing, and I think we've had the discussion before, that the only thing I didn't like was the organic web.
Right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And because to me, a key part is when you're in a fight and he runs out of webbing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the best part.
adds-
Yeah, that
adds
was
more to the
And
conflict.
I'm gonna tell you the third movie, the best thing out of that was Sandman.
No,
I like the way that guy played Sandman.
I disagree.
No, I like Sandman
I
in that
think
movie too.
costume design for Sandman was good. It actually stayed true
Yeah,
to
it was
The way he
such a-
looks,
yeah.
I
but
mean,
for
the
some
origin
reason,
is they probably changed the whole thing, but the way he looked,
yeah.
that was straight.
No, I
from
think
the
it
comic.
was an experiment also, but
It
No,
was.
no.
it's kind of like.
But like he was related to Uncle Ben's murder. That was I know that they. I mean,
They
it
changed,
a
but
lot,
it's kind
yeah.
of like, oh, it's okay for me to steal because I'm trying to save my daughter.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it has
That
a
happens
little.
daily, bro. That happens daily.
But
But
you
that
know,
was- I think
you
that
know
was
your
something
favorite
they
part was
tried to
Venom.
change.
You know that was your favorite part, Venom.
No, I didn't.
Who didn't like that Venom?
Did you walk out of that one?
No.
You didn't. So that means you like that Spider-Man.
But I was older, so I was wiser to stay.
No, that makes wait, what?
And I had to say something.
It's kind of like you would walk out of Batman, and granted, they were both not great movies,
Yeah.
but you walked out of one,
But that was more that.
and then you saw like Venom, like,
Yeah,
but I'm gonna
see,
stay
but
here.
Remember the CGI was way better now than back in the
yeah.
Batman and Robin time.
But they didn't use CG.
Yeah, there was.
Well, that's
there was-
why.
well, there was a
That's
little
like,
bit.
oh,
but
they
no.
did. Remember he turned to a big Bane? He was a little skinny guy and turned to Bane.
How?
With that being said, I think we're done here.
I think we've beat this one. So yeah, I mean we've got different points on. Overall, I mean we all agree it was a good movie. It was a good movie. There's a couple things here and there.
Go check it out. If you guys haven't
Yeah,
seen it, go
definitely
check it out.
Yeah, definitely. And if you guys got any comments, if you're anything that's about the movie that you want to share with us, feel free. We'll
Or
be
you have
happy to open up.
Spider-Man 3.
We'll be
drop
happy
it.
to. Yeah, we'll open up a discussion if you guys want to drop something or ask us a question we could talk about.
So with that being said, I think we're out.
Yep, that's it. Till next time, guys.
Peace.